Stanley knife will do. So here's a box full of crap. Some of it was ordered 6 months ago, and we'll see what it looks like. I may not even remember some of this stuff. Let's see here. Oh, no. Oh. Where did my tripod go? Here. That should be okay. The downside of buying during lockdown, or right before lockdown, I guess. The surface shipping got blocked coming out of Japan, so I had to do everything FedEx, which isn't ideal. Not for prices anyway, but speed was good. Once I finally gave up on waiting for ground to work, decided to go with speed more than cheap, because I was going to start getting charged for storage. Well, I certainly left lots of room and packaging, so that's good. Things could get bounced around. Oh, there's one thing. Old school Asahi sign, or Asahi draft beer. There's that. Not sure what that is yet. Oh, it's a leg for that. I told them they could take the legs off this thing, and they said, no, we won't do that. They did. So I don't see what the problem was. Oh, that's cool. That's going to be really cool. That's a fun little surprise there. Let's see here. Not sure what this is. See, some of this is like just random newspaper. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrapped in that. Here. This is probably filler. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's just filler. Okay, well. I'm going to have a bit more of that. Jeez. So well, I have plenty of stuff to repack and ship any car parts if I need to. Peanuts. See, the thing about Japan's post is that they're so careful that if you're shipping anything within Japan, it can get damaged when it gets the normal shipping of the world, because I hope there's more than this. Uh-oh. Now there's supposed to be more than that in that box. I think someone made a boo-boo. Hold on. Okay, so I think that everything else that wasn't this sign and those, I think, is in this little tiny box. So I was like, I had more stuff than that. Okay, so there's this little sign. These little boxes, these are actually super handy for car parts. And Chizubaga is, I guess it's a crane game. I don't know. These were cheap, and it's super handy. You write on here what you're taking off the car. Great for restorations. Some people just use Ziploc bags, but I find that these are more interesting. Got some old coffee cans. Some Subaru brake lines. Oh, new old stock, so that's way cool. Been looking for those for a long time. And oh yeah, here, this is cool. I gotta open up some more stuff. So like here, this is just random novelty here. So in the Japanese vending machines, they have these light up displays. So it looks like a can. And so I thought that would look kind of cool in the garage, and it was pretty cheap. So pardon the mess. Been doing a lot of work on the house. More stuff. Wow, they really did a good job packaging most of this. So I'll just throw the empty boxes on the ground, put my good stuff in here, and that's just, I think it's just polypropylene, I think is what it is. So yeah, it just sits there in the vending machine. So Miruku tea, nice milk tea. Oh, here's some posters. More garage goodies. I don't want to tear that. I don't. Oh, I know what that is. This is origami paper. Let's see here. Let's give it a quick tear. I thought that was part of the thing I purchased. Yeah, I think that's just, or it's wrapping paper. I don't know. It looks like it could be origami paper. It's actually fairly small weight or small gauge paper. Here we go. Here's the garage poster I picked up. It's actually the base of a vending machine. It goes behind the. It goes behind this plexiglass Lexan sheet on the front of the machine, or inside the machine, and it's for Boss Coffee. But what I really like about it is it has Tommy Lee Jones on it, because it's random, and I, for some reason, really enjoyed the very strange Bruce Willis Subaru commercials and Tommy Lee Jones coffee commercials and all that good stuff. So that will go in the garage. What's this next one? Oh yeah. So for let's see here. That's junk. So for period correctness in my 1970 Subaru, I got a fake pack of vending machine display smokes. So there's not a real. It's not real cigarettes. It never was real cigarettes, but it's a little aluminum case that also goes in a vending machine. I thought that would look pretty cool in the Subaru, because that's, it's one of those cars that came with the ashtray and probably sample cigarettes back in the 70s. But yeah, this would have been common. I have no idea who it is. I don't smoke, but I thought that was kind of cool. And I was going to turn it maybe into an MP3 player or something to put in the car to make it useful, along with looking cool. So, there's that. As these were arriving to the hand, what do they call it? A forward shipping company. So as these were arriving, I'm sure they were curious on what they were. So there's these. I think these are on the same lines as the sample vending machine display stuff, because I think these are all part of that. Yeah. So again, don't smoke, but thought some little aged metal case type stuff could be pretty cool in a vintage car. Turn it into something useful, maybe. So I'm sure I saw the. Yeah, see, here's another one. It's just, some of them are clear too, so they're backlit. Let's see if I can. Wow, so these were wrapped like they were genuine, super valuable antiques, but they're not. So yeah, just random clear plastic. Okay, and these were part of the whole vending machine lot. I think in Japan they just call it a dummy can. There you go. Yeah, so here, this is along with the vending machine theme. I was just to do like a little display case of weird Japanese vending machine stuff. And usually this stuff isn't exactly cheap, which is weird because it doesn't have much value. But when lockdown happened, a lot of this stuff came up for sale. And then yeah, this was also another one of those little clear cases. Like, I don't know, I might turn it into like a trunk light in my Subaru or something. Because, I think old cars have 3 or 4 different ashtrays. And I think that's it for the little. Nope, there's still more. So yeah, these are just collapsed boxes. Super handy to throw in like little odds and ends when you're pulling a car apart. And brightly colored, inexpensive, and repurpose. So same thing as the light up cigarette boxes. These do have a purpose in being repurposed, and this is literally just a little box to hold stuff. I'm guessing it was a shop that just sold tiny cheeseburgers. Like, that is not a big cheeseburger. So yeah, I guess it was just a shop in Japan, and these are just kind of like your generic cheeseburger. So maybe it's like a chipper, and yeah, they had some extras. They had a ton of these left over, and Ziplocs are, they're useful in their own ways, but yeah, these I forget how many you got in this, but they came out to like 10 cents a piece. So even with shipping, maybe 15 cents, and that's cheaper than a a good zipper bag. Now this is a part not repurposed. Well, I suppose it's being reused, but it's for its intended purpose anyway. And this is because Irish garages are so small, and this one, until I build another one, is also very small. I'm going to put this on my Scooby. Now this is cool, late 70s, early 80s, I think. And surprisingly useful because they don't, well, they prevent you from scrubbing your car on like a wall, or dragging the corner of it down a fence. And what it does is it lights up, so it looks like a little yellow beacon when you're driving, and you can see the corner of your car. So even if the corner of your car is down below where you can see, you can still match that up as you're turning on the corner to the very corner of your car. Yeah, no, that's in great shape. Very cool. And it's one wire. You just hook up the live, and it's grounded. So cool. It's in great shape. Much better shape than I thought it was going to be. I got brake lines. Now these aren't very exciting. If you're not restoring a car. But for someone restoring a 1978 Subaru, it's very exciting because you just can't get these, and they're still soft. They're not what do you call it, perished. So because the rubber is still nice and pliable, and it's not cracked or brittle, that saves me lots of hunting for these stupid dual flexi hoses that they clamp in the middle. They go through a plate on the strut of the front, front end, and connect here to the brake hose, and here's to the caliper. And so all I need is a couple copper washers, and that's good to go. Stuff like that's just really hard to track down, and you can get aftermarket bits, but they don't fit as well. They're more universal. Or you can get stuff that's made exactly for your car. That's not cheap either. And this little simple sign, construction sign, I think it literally means under construction. Something, I forget, that was it, Naka? I don't know kanji real well. But yeah. And that would have just been like in a little part of a kit for a builder, or part of a I wouldn't think it'd be like something you'd find in a shop regularly, but if someone was like an electrician, or someone was a tiler and they're working on the side of a building, they just hang this little sign there so they know people not to they'd let people know not to go in there and not to use it. But yeah, that's an old sign. It's been repainted, and looks like it just mostly hung on a nail or a wall, probably on like a little don't walk here type board. So that's cool. So it'll go on the wall of the garage. And I think that's most of. Now the two really cool bits. Now I want to make sure that there's nothing in here, so give me a sec. No, I went through it all, and that is everything. Now look at this. This is cool. This is pretty much the main thing I wanted to pick up, but I was worried about the shipping. And once it fit into a box, then I was pretty happy with that. So this thing caused a few problems, but it was worth it. Now this is old. This is super old, probably from the 50s or 60s, because tin would have been in high demand in Japan pretty much up to the mid 50s. So the only people paying for the a tin sign would have been big beer companies or let's see here. And that's what it has come a little apart, but it is old. I was told it was like early Showa, so I'm guessing that is it pre-70s. Like Showa ended in what, 89? Jeez, it's not light. See, and here's some of the feet for it. And they said they wouldn't remove the feet if they didn't have to, and I said, no, go ahead and remove the feet, because it doesn't fit in a box. Then what's the point of ordering it? And they told me, no, it won't fit in a box with the feet. I said, okay. Well, I threw the feet away. I said, oh, you won't take the feet off. So it was strange. They said, at first they said, no problem, we'll take the feet off, it's just a couple nails. So I can't really fault them. When I was initially buying this, the forwarding company, see, it's just a couple nails. The forwarding company said that, oh yeah, it would be no problem. And there you go. So yeah, I mean, these are, there you go, it's an old sign, but maybe with a little bit of repair. Slightly larger nails or something to go in the holes. They will do exactly what I wanted. So yeah, so these might just take the nails out and put a little bit of glue and tap them back in. So yeah, that's way cool. Love that. And of course, I thought that was very Japanese. They said, oh, we could do that. And then when they find out they couldn't do it, or maybe they didn't have time, they said, oh, we won't do that. But they still did. Because the guy probably, when he's packing it, was like, no, that's not the correct way. The correct way is to take the feet off. That's cool. And that's like 1.5 meters tall. Well, minus, whatever the step is. And yeah, both sides are in pretty good shape. Looks like it's been wiped down a good bit. That's very cool. Here's the finished product. Took a little bit of assembly to get the foot back on. The piece I was missing is this little piece here. But that's small beans. When the rest of it arrived, nice and safe and sound. So, yeah. So, replace a few nails in the bottom, avoid tetanus, and yeah, that's pretty heavy duty. That'll look nice in the garage. And when I finish my other one, this one's not that big, so. Oh, nearly forgot. Here's the other item. Now these, I didn't think I was ever going to be able to get, because what happens is that when someone is in the club that these are for, they don't like to sell these on or give them away unless you were someone else in the club. And these are Bosozoku Motorcycle Gang pants. Or trousers, or whatever you want to call them. They need a little work. These are all, like, individually made by members of the we'll call it club, and handed down to the next person. And that's why they're fairly dirty. Is that it's considered not good to wash them. So if you ever see Bosozoku like motorcycle, yeah, I can't really tell in this light, but yeah, they're fairly dirty. But yeah, I thought those would be pretty cool on the wall of the garage, because I hope to get like a big poster or something of a Bosozoku motorcyclist, or I think they used to call them like Thunder Gang or something back in after World War II. But yeah, that is really weird. Very cool, but really weird. And normally, the reason why I was thinking I wouldn't be able to get a hold of these is because if you can find these, there are thousands and thousands of dollars or euros. But this, someone had found it and just threw it up on a Japanese auction site, not knowing really what it was, I guess. I mean, they said they were thinking they were Bosozoku, but these are definitely Bosozoku. Don't know what tribe or group they are. Sometimes they have the kanji on there, but that's just for the jean brand. So yeah, that's weird. Very cool, but very weird. And I thought something like that is not likely ever to come up again. And for 18 euro, that's at about $22. That not too many people have those hanging up in their garage.